Clint Stone, my husband, and his stupid truck. How to start a junk removal business for you beginners. Little startup package for you. First things first. This is not the package that you want to start up with if you're starting from scratch. This is the type of a setup that you want to build up toward. Now this is going to be a much more reasonable option. Alright, this is actually my second truck. First truck I started with was a truck that I already had. It was a 2000 Ford F-250 crew cab, long bed, just pile a ton of junk in there. And that's really what I started with. Now, I had this truck when I started, but this isn't the truck that I started with. I started with a 3/4 ton, and then I worked this one in as I got something for my wife to drive, because this was her daily driver at the time. But this is a truck I picked up for $5,000. It's nothing fancy, and you can start with a truck like this if you can find a deal like I did. 2014 Ford F-150, 2-wheel drive. All right. It's not even an XLT. It's just an XL package, work truck package. Has a few upgrades, power locks and windows. Even has a few buttons on the dashboard and a CD player and air conditioning. That's it. You don't need anything fancy to start. Now, if you're looking for a setup to start your first junk hauling business, like I said, it doesn't need to be fancy. You need to find something like this. This is a simple 1999 GMC 1-ton pickup truck. It's perfect. Came with a flatbed, a long flatbed. I built some racks on it. I still got some work to do. I'm gonna put some plywood in there and fully box it off so I don't have things creeping out the side. Just a simple build. I'm not making payments on it. I made one payment, $3,500 on this bad boy right here. These guys that are telling you to go out and you need to get a 2016 Ford F-350 6.7 liter diesel, and then you got to do all the deletes and stuff like that with it, man, tell these guys to hit the road, take a hike. They're probably going to be the ones that are telling you that you're driving the junk industry into the dirt because of the prices that you charge. You don't have to charge leg when you outright own a truck like this. Now, I will say that a truck like this isn't easy to come by. Expect that on anything that's 25 years old. Get in the truck, Red. Get in there. It's a truck, dog. You're gonna get hand crank windows. Let's get those down. You're gonna get no AC, no CD, MP3, auxiliary port, anything like that. It's just AM, FM. 118,000 miles on this classic bad boy right here. It's alright, it's a diesel. As you get to know me, you'll learn that I don't necessarily, I love diesels, don't get me right, but I don't think that they're a great truck for the junk hauling business because of the expense of fixing them and the parts. Now, when we get into older diesels, your old, thought I opened it, Chevy 6.5 turbos, even the old 6.2 liters, I won't recommend those. Those are pretty gutless trucks. But your 6.5 turbos, your 7.3 IDIs and 7.3 turbos, and if you're a junk hauler and you don't know what I'm talking about, you ain't a junk hauler, you're probably a YouTuber. thing that trucks like these, I don't know if you can see down there, but these little bad boys right down here are your injectors. All right, guess what? You can replace your own injectors. One of the jobs that you'll ever do on a diesel or have done on a diesel is injector replacement. And these older trucks have the injectors right underneath the rocker covers, right, mounted right on the block of your engine above your exhaust manifold, which means that it's easy to get through. I'll be happy to give tips on working on some of these trucks, because here's another thing. Real junk haulers know how to work on their own trucks. Look at this truck is the star of the show. You're not the star of the show. The truck is. This truck is more important to maintain probably than your own body. Because if your body can get into this truck and you can stack an employee in there, you're gonna go make money. This up because I see a lot of YouTubers that are playing for likes and clicks, while the real guys are out here trying to feed their families and support a wholesome lifestyle. Mansions and Bugattis, you know, those are Jake Paul dreams. Feeding your kids and raising a family and having some money to give when someone's in need. That's what this is about. Trucks like this 6.4 liter turbo is something that you build up to. By the way, if you're looking for a diesel, I'll sell you this one cheap. I don't even use it for junk hauling. In fact, I just haul trash to the garbage, to the dump, our personal trash to the dump in this thing. These things are ticking time bombs. I would never recommend buying a 6.4 liter. But this guy here, Boss engine, 6.2 gasser. Again, if you don't understand the language, you're probably not a junk hauler. You're probably a YouTuber. Flatbed. You know how many refrigerators I've stacked on this thing? You can get them 5 high on here, baby. Strap them right up to the headache rack. Run a couple straps this way, lock it down. We're loaded and ready to go. Woo! That's what's up. You don't need to start with a big dump trailer. I showed you the little utility trailer that I started with. It's as simple as that. It's easy. Doesn't cost a lot of money. I think that little trailer, I got that trailer. I traded a minivan for that trailer. You can probably go pick one up at Home Depot for like $1,500 to $2,000, 10 foot long. Build some walls on it if you want to increase your price. We don't use dump trailers, and I'm not against them. I'm not against them. But when you're talking about $13,000 to $15,000 for a new one, I'm all right. There's a lot of things, if you're going to buy them used, there's a lot of things you got to check as far as the engine, the electrical, the hydraulics. There's just a ton of stuff that can go wrong with those. What can't go wrong is just a simple 12-foot enclosed trailer like this. I can stack stuff 6 feet high on there. Yeah, it'd take a little bit longer at the dump. Well, I got guys that unload it. I push a button, it unlocks the doors, and everyone jumps out and unloads it. But this kind of trailer right here is perfect for what we do in the junk hauling business. I think I still got a few things in here. Yeah, I got some stuff that's actually going to our store. If you want to know what to do with the good junk that you find, I can give you some ideas on that. Wow, look at all that space. Just look at it. It's beautiful. And up here in Montana, in the cold months, when you're trying to get stuff back home to your store or your storage unit so you can sell it, that utility trailer is nice, but you got to run a million tarps on that, and you can only stack it so high. Just look at all of this. Hey, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm standing straight up in this bad boy. 6 feet wide, 6 feet tall, 12 feet long. I think that's roughly 13 to 14 cubic yards. Doesn't get any better than that. Everything locks down nice and tight. You can ride commando with it. If you don't know what riding commando is, that means with no strap. Stack it in there, lock it down. Do a little maintenance from time to time. Make sure you don't have any loose screws, if you know what I mean. And done. I picked that trailer up for $4,000. Brand new, 2024. Easy. Paid in cash. The little trailer actually bought it for me as a gift with all the jobs that I did with it. So as far as the equipment that you need for a junk hauling business, it ain't hard. Find yourself a flatbed 1990 something Chevy or Ford. Make sure that it's in good working condition. Take it to your mechanic. Throw another $1,000 into it or so if you need to make sure that it's gonna be reliable on the road. Use that bed or box to get you enough money to get yourself a little trailer. Hitch it up, make some money with that, build up, get your second truck. They break down from time to time. These trucks work. It's not just driving back and forth to work to your 9 to 5. You're out in landfills, you're pulling down alleys, going to customers' yards. You work these trucks. They're gonna break down. It's nice to have a second one. Go for an enclosed trailer, as cheap as you can get it. Do a little fixing on it. Get on the road. These are money makers, and these trucks are the star of our business. That's why we name our trucks. That GMC, Frank the Tank, that F-250, Chunk, like from the Goonies. Yeah, I'm an 80s kid. Do maintenance on them. On your down days, change oil. Go through spark plugs. Check your coil packs. Preventative maintenance will keep you on the road, and when you're on the road, you're making money. When you're not on the road, you're spending money. All right? So just a couple of startup tips is finding the right truck. Along with that, I'll tell you this too. For example, finding that GMC, let's go look at it again. Old Frank the Tank, he's a beautiful, beautiful setup. By the way, when I fill that little box right there, $300 to $500 every time I go to the landfill. I got $300 to $500 in my pocket every time that sucker's full. So my goal when I start the day in this truck is to make sure I fill that box up as many times as I can before the landfill closes. How do I get customers like that? Well, hey, we'll get into that at another time. But for now, a simple setup like this, it's not easy to find. There's no shortcuts in this game. When people are telling you, work smarter, not harder, they're telling you to cut corners, take shortcuts, spend a whole bunch of money for somebody else to do your website and SEO and whatever. I'll get into that at some other point. That stuff's not even important when you're trying to start up. But you gotta search for that truck, sometimes for a month until you find it. And then you gotta search for that truck again for another month because the guy wants too much money for it. Being smart means being patient, means driving 45 miles to look at the truck to make sure that it is what you think it is before you make the investment to purchase it. Being smart, working smart and buying trucks means that you ask all the right questions and you throw numbers out there to see if the guy will buy it on it, and go up and down and back and forth, get mad at each other, settle on a price, shake hands, and leave as friends. It's not easy, but this is your business. And these trucks, you build your business on whatever you're driving. Your business is built on the back of that vehicle. And so it is the first most important decision that you're going to make when you get into this business is what kind of truck you're going to drive. I don't care if you're a Chevy guy, a Ford guy, a Dodge guy, or whatever. You need the truck that is going to make you your first $10,000 so that you have enough money to buy another trailer and another truck that's going to bring in the same kind of money, allowing you to continue to build on your business. So don't take any shortcuts. Don't cut any corners when it comes to buying this tool. This is the most important tool that you're going to ever use in this business, is your truck. Name it, baby it, pamper it, showcase it on all your Facebook posts and YouTube videos. Make that truck the star of your business. Keep it simple. You don't need big and fancy. This isn't that kind of business. Think of all the crap you're going to be piling in the bed of that truck. Think about all the crap on the bottom of your boots when you get into that truck from the landfill. Think of all of the pop cans, all of the gut bomb wrappers that are going to be floating around that truck. You don't need to go out and buy an $80,000 to $100,000 truck. Find you a good old truck on Facebook Marketplace. Start with that, build from there. My name's Clint Stone, owner of My Husband and His Stupid Trucks out here in beautiful Montana. If you like what I'm saying and it's been helpful to you, drop me a like, hit the subscribe button, send me a donation. Every bit helps. Or pay it forward and share this information with the next guy that wants to get started in this business. As my friend Sippy always says, if you ain't hauling, you're probably stalling. Get out there and let's get to work.